knives. They're not, well, they're wall hangers. Okay, they're not usable. They're just decorative. But this one is actually quite unique. That the maker has actually gone a step above and beyond to add the etching, which you can see. So it's got the life support system, one at the front of the blade, and it's actually got a crane etch down near the ricasso. But what really gets me about it is the profile is nice. I actually like the shape of this knife. It is actually very cool. It's very close to the movie knife. Front tooth's a bit, the teeth are a bit uneven. They're obviously hand cut, but it's kind of thing. It's kind of weird because I hand cut mine as well, and I did one just yesterday, and they are way straighter than, well, not straighter, but it's more symmetrical than this. But I mean, when you're quickly looking at it, you don't really have time to sit there and measure it or count it, how wide the gaps are, and compare stuff like that. So the tell of these Paki knives though is these handles. Right, here's another one, same handle. So someone must that's all they must do, just make all these handles, and then all the makers buy the handles and put them on these blades. What I don't like is how thin these things are. Look at that. Is it even like 4mm steel? It's probably 3mm or something. It's really, really thin. Yeah, not even 4mm, 3.7mm steel. This one's quite a bit smaller than typical LSS1. It's not 9-inch blade. It's closer to an 8-inch blade, and it is about 45mm wide, so instead of your 2-inch. But it is pretty. I do like it, and so that's a keeper. I'm impressed with the guard. Most of the guards, when they do these knives, they have it basically sticking out the same distance as the end of the choil, the blade here, the heel of the knife, if you will. And it really annoys me. This one's actually a stainless guard, about 4mm thick. 5.3mm thick. There you go. It's got the screwdrivers on the ends, and it's stainless steel. They didn't use the shittiest bit of aluminium that they could find, which is what they used on my other one. So back in 2020, I found this thing on Etsy. Really, really wanted an LSS1. Just have wanted one since forever. Price was reasonable, I considered. So I've asked this maker to go ahead and make it. And then when this thing turned up, I was like, actually initially I was joyed. I was like, wow, I've got one. Finally got one. But after a few weeks, man, I was in such buyer's remorse that I ended up going out buying a big piece of D2, or K110 is what I ended up buying, which is the same as D2 for all intents and purposes, and making my own version. And then I ended up going back and fully reprofiling this thing, because the spine was so bent, so crooked. The teeth were really, really shallow. I had the deep in those. The choil was wavy, so I had to straighten that out. It's still not perfect, but it's better. There was just so much wrong with this thing. And the guard, I had to rip that spastic little piece of 2mm aluminium that they put on here, and I replaced it with a nice big piece of 6mm. And I haven't polished this one. I don't know if I'll bother. I've got a buffing wheel, but I suppose I'll give it a go. But what I did notice with this thing is, whilst you can get sharp, it's just not hard. I mean, a file shouldn't cut into hardened steel like they claim. It's supposed to be heat treated D2. And if you're doing your heat treat properly, it's a file should skate over it, not bite in like this does. And then, so once I had the tooling set up, well, we're up to 16 minutes already. that's when I decided to sort of get a little serious with it, and I ended up started making these ones. So these are the 9CR M18 MOV steel. So there's this one here, and the one I did my other YouTube video on the other week, or a couple of days ago, whatever it was. This beast, oversized beast. I'll wrap it up there for now, because this video is getting long, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.